Hi, everyone. I'm coming back live. I spoke, I guess, about 15 minutes ago. I did a fireside chat with Lily. It was a very, very sensitive topic, and Pippi, my bird, I found him to be disturbing. So I want to come back and just kind of repeat everything um, that I s- that I spoke about because I think it really warrants that. So we're approaching the holidays, and um, there's lots of happiness around, and there's lots of stress around, and um, everyone's having their own experience, right? Yeah. So this morning, I woke up. I did my meditation. I had my water. I ran my coffee. And then I read the paper, which I don't normally do right after meditation. But we can't run from things that are going on in life, and we're here to help and support, right, and to learn from it. And there was an article where a woman was slain right in the suburbs of New York, suburbs. And the reason why I stress that is because domestic violence is not something that you just see in urban um, uh, neighborhood at all. It's everywhere. In fact, the statistics show that let's say, between the years of 2001 and 2012, the number of troops killed in Afghanistan and Iraq were 6,488. The number of American women who were killed in the US, I'm going to stress the US, that's just one country, you guys, by their ex-spouses or partners or ex-boyfriends or boyfriends or current spouses, doesn't have to be ex, during that same time were 11,766. Now, you guys, that is almost double the casualties of war. And the sad thing is that the numbers are growing, but not only are they growing, but since COVID, these numbers have increased exponentially. And to be honest, that was a little bit of my concern when we were first in lockdown. The recent lockdown, the job losses, um, that feeling of nowhere to run, everyone kind of together 24/7. That's a huge issue when it's a disaster when you're living in a life of violence, especially behind a veil of silence. I will say this, that also the statistics for the Long Island Domestic Violence Organization, since COVID, they have reported that they have seen an increase of 50% in requests for their services that they offer since COVID. 50%. In one county alone, I'm going to say Suffolk County because I know those numbers. Suffolk County alone, they respond to 20,000 or more domestic violence incidents per year. That's pre-COVID. So here's the deal. If you're living in an abusive nightmare, I encourage you to wake up from the nightmare, wake up and take your power back. And know that you know that you know, because I know that your life and that of your children's life, should children be in the picture as well, who are also living this nightmare with you, your life and their life can be so much better. I promise. So, a couple of key things. One, you're going to tell someone you trust. I suggest it's not a family member or anyone that this person who's victimizing you will go to, but someone that you trust. 2, put an exit plan together. 3, call the authorities. And then you're going to go to that exit plan, which is an exit plan of safety for you and your children. 4, you're going to run to your life. And why do I say run to your life? Many people say I ran for my life. No, I want you to understand that this is not the life that you were meant to live, and that there is grace on the other side of disaster. In fact, I wrote an article, The Grace That Lies on the Other Side of Disaster, probably about 4 years ago. And it was a very popular article. But what I would put to you is those 4 things. Tell someone you trust, make your exit plan, call the authorities, run to your life. And here's the deal. Hitting is a deal breaker. And if you think it's normal, or your kids think it's normal or okay, it's not. It's not okay. So I gave you the notes. I gave you, the steps. So love your life and be responsible for your life and your children's life. Love you all. Bye. Be a light.